Should towing during snow emergencies be a thing of the past? One Northwest suburban mayor believes that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Most local cities have a rule in place that forbids parking on public streets when there is a measurable snowfall. But this winter, the city of Brooklyn Center decided not to enforce that rule during 3 of the city's 4 snow emergencies. As Delane Cleveland reports, one city official wants to make that rule permanent.
Shannon, the idea is that during a major snow event, cars would get off the streets to allow plows enough room to clear the roads. But Brooklyn Center Mayor Mike Elliott says that rule disproportionately impacts communities of color, who would have to pay hefty fines to get their cars from the impound lot.
When you tow a vehicle that a family depends on to go to work and to go to the grocery store, you're really setting them back.
The city passed an ordinance in 2018 that if it snows more than 2.5 inches, there is to be no on-street parking until roads are plowed curb to curb. Anyone violating this rule could be fined or towed. But with the financial hardships created by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Brooklyn Center City Council decided in late December to suspend enforcement.
What we're going to do is try and resolve it in a way that's going to work out best for clearing the streets and making sure that people can continue to keep their vehicles.
Now, this could all change if the city comes up with a more fortified alert system to let people know about snow emergencies through text and emails. The City Council will take up the issue sometime in the near future. In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
There will be a new option for residents in the northwest suburbs to get the COVID-19 vaccine. CCX News learned Wednesday that vaccine doses will be made available at the Brooklyn Center Walmart beginning on Friday. They will be available for those 65 and older. According to Brooklyn Center Fire Chief Todd Berg, this location expects to administer between 200 and 300 vaccines a day over a 3-week period. Walmart is part of the federal retail pharmacy program, joining other stores such as Hy-Vee and Walgreens. A development that would help diversify Maple Grove's housing stock is working its way through the city. It's called Avery Park, and the land is where Aaron's Greenhouse is located on Jefferson Highway North. Plans call for a total of 124 homes. 82 would be attached townhomes and 42 would be detached single-family homes that would be single-level or 2-story homes. The developer says the variety offered will appeal to both first-time home buyers and those wishing to downsize. This week, the Planning Commission recommended approval. When someone decides to retire, often it's their time to be in the spotlight. But how do you put someone in the spotlight who continually likes to shine a light on others? That's the challenge we faced as we headed to Plymouth, where the city is bidding farewell to an employee who has been there for 34 years. If the city of Plymouth has a story, there's one person that's been the ghostwriter, or a person behind the scenes telling that story.
It's important for the city to tell its story.
Helen Lefebvre.
Let people know there is so much good work that goes on here, and we have such stellar professionals in this organization.
She started working in city communications at a time when cities didn't have someone working in communications.
When I applied for the job, I didn't know exactly what it would be.
But she set to work revamping publications with her drive and the top tools of the day.
IBM Selectric, the dictaphone, and a 35mm camera. So very different from today.
Helen told the stories of a city on the grow.
A long time I was a one-woman show, and it was a lot.
And as the city grew, its communication needs did too. Now 4 people work in a department that sends out information on a variety of platforms.
I think that we have a very solid, well-respected communications program.
After 34 years worth of publications and projects, hard work like prepping for referendums, recognition for being a best place to live, and even a Lifetime Achievement Award, Helen is retiring.
It's been such a satisfying, such a gratifying career. And at this point, to be able to reflect on that has just been, it's been really meaningful.
She deserves far more recognition than she'll be comfortable with, that's for sure.
If you know Helen LaFave at all, you know she does not like to be in the spotlight. So we thought, what better way to put Helen in the spotlight than to come here through the back door of City Hall and interview some of the people that know Helen best.
Helen should be in the spotlight for how much work she has done and what a great job she's been. She has been the backbone of a lot of what the public sees for our public safety department.
She's the center of all the communications, but to the outside person you wouldn't know that because she holds everything together.
She is such a hard worker. She's often the last car in the parking lot, and it's been that way through her entire career.
Coworkers can't say enough about her hard work ethic.
She is the consummate professional.
And her knack of saying things in just the right way.
Sometimes you have to bounce ideas off of her to get an idea how you might want to craft something.
Here's an idea that we can talk about, and Helen will I know I can tell when she starts going to this phone, it's a really bad idea. But she lets you down so easy and so gently.
Helen never failed to lift up those around her.
She means the world to me. I'm just going to miss her so much.
She has been a mentor, she's been a friend, she's been an advocate, she's been a source of support.
Everybody loves her. Her own employees love her. The people that she works with throughout the city love her. And it's certainly going to be a big loss for us.
Because for Helen, it was the people working hard for Plymouth that was a story she always enjoyed telling.
I came here for a reason. I felt so fortunate to have it, and I always wanted to give that back.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Strength training has become a vital part of preparing young athletes for their seasons. As Jay Wilcox reports, one local high school now has a much better facility.
1, 2, 3. All right, there we go.
It was a special day at Cooper. A ribbon-cutting ceremony for the grand opening of the newly renovated weight room and training facility brought a lot of smiles. With grants from the Polaris Foundation and the Thielen Foundation, Hawk students and athletes have a greatly upgraded facility.
I'm very excited. I think it is just a testimony of when you dream, when you put your mind to something, realities come if you continue to dream. So excited that we were able to pull it off, and not only were we able to pull it off, but we were able to pull it off in less than a year.
It's about football, but it's not about football, because this is about the community. And for what Willie Howell is doing, changing lives, man, it's unbelievable.
What they're doing here, what these leaders of this school are doing and giving these opportunities to these kids and how much they care about these kids in this community, it's inspiring and it's exciting to be a small part of, and it's why we, as my wife and I, it's why we started the foundation.
Head football coach and assistant principal Willie Howard was the driving force behind the project, securing grants for about $175,000. The hope is that once the pandemic subsides, school staff will get a lot of use of the facility in the morning, along with Phi Ed classes, athletic teams, and for some evening hours, community members. An outdated facility has been transformed into a state-of-the-art training center. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
There are a lot of good boys basketball teams from the CCX viewing area this winter in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Two of them met up in Brooklyn Park. Here's Jay again with highlights.
It's Armstrong at Park Center in boys basketball. Dylan Eniger drives and squeezes between two defenders to score for Armstrong. They lead 14-6. Next time Eniger pops a three for the Falcons on his way to a big night. They lead 22-13. Park Center gets it going. Jalen Cook sinks a three. He leads the Pirates with 19, and they're within three and later grab a brief lead. Eniger throws the long outlet to Sam Stanislavski for the layup as the Falcons take a 40-32 lead into halftime. Second half, and Deshaun Larkins taps it away and then gets the return pass for a layup. He scores 22 on the night. Eniger hits a step-back three to give Armstrong a 12-point lead. He pours in 27 total. James Garner hits a baseline shot for Armstrong as they score an impressive road win, beating Park Center 80-67. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
In girls hockey, two top 10 ranked teams faced off when Benilde-St. Margaret's hosted Breck.
Former Wisconsin All-American Abby Rock taking over head coaching duties at Breck after Steve Persian and much of the staff resigned this week. The Mustangs get a great scoring chance in the opening shift of the game. The Red Knights goalie Carly Green comes up with a big stop on Ava Lindsay, one of 20 saves on the night for Green. The game is still scoreless midway through the second period when BSM gets a 3-on-2 rush. Olivia Haig with the first shot that stopped, but number 17 Emma Peschel knocks in the rebound, and it's 1-0 Red Knights. Less than 2 minutes later, Sophie Meldness skates in from the boards, loses the puck in front, but it comes to Anna Podine, who bangs it home for a goal. The first of the season for the senior captain, and it's 2-0 Benilde. Third period, Peschel gets the puck on the right wing, makes a nice move to cut to the slot and roofs a shot past Sarah Peterson for her second goal of the night. The Red Knights add an empty net goal as well and shut out Breck 4-0. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.